This coming revival is not going to be given to men or women of renown. The Lord visited me and said to me, it's not going to be in your favorite church. It's not the one that is selected. It is individualistic. It is going to be you in the church you are in. It doesn't matter you are Roman Catholic, Methodist, whatever it is, it's a revival. It is the normal person in the street, normal church member in the pew. So if you don't carry that revival, your church will never have that revival. In the book of Jonah, chapter number 3, verse number 6 and 7. For word came unto the king of Nineveh, and he rose from his throne, and he laid his robe from him, and covered him with sackcloth, and sat in ashes. And he caused to be proclaimed. Watch this. This is the greatest revival to ever take place in biblical times. It says it this way. And published through Nineveh, by the decree of the king and his nobles, saying, let neither men nor animals, cats, dogs, pigs, goats, let them not eat. A revival so thick that even animals were prohibited to eat. They were told to fast. What sort of power would that be that makes animals to stop eating? For 7 days, animals fasted. You have never fasted for 1 day. Listen, it takes a passion for revival to happen in your life. Even when it comes to your finances, it takes a revival that is fueled by passion. This is why even rich people have written a book called The Power of Broke. If you have not gotten to a point where you are at the bottom of everything, you can never wish to rise. Some of you are okay spiritually. You think you have reached it. You are a good Christian. That's why when I say to people who think they will be left here if the rapture takes place, everyone says, no, not me, I'll go. Because nothing in you has signaled there is a problem, a deficiency in your spirit. So you are not capable of weighing your spirit. This revival you see here, these are whispers. A real revival is coming. These are simply what? Whispers. Down in Mashingo Zaka, where the Holy Writ gave us the exposition of what this is. From a tree. It was fueled by a passion. Where I sat as a young boy and I'm looking at things that I couldn't understand. That there was a God in heaven that I couldn't talk to. Passion. How passionate are you to receive this? And every conductor and master of every revival is the Holy Spirit. And when you find the Holy Spirit, he is called wind, Numa. Spirit, Numa. That means he's like wind. He can move. If you look like a stone and your form and your texture is like a stone, he will just pass you by. So as I move around here, I'm witnessing stones. And I'm witnessing rocks. And I'm witnessing people who are laid down for the master to use. A revival will cause you not to be led by the Spirit. You didn't hear what I just said. A revival will lead the Spirit to take over your feet. He no longer leads, ends in leading. He is not in front. He is on the inside of you, taking the steps you ought to take. If you came here for money, sir, if you came here with a need, I came here with whispers of revival. And I'm not talking about something complicated where you're thinking, oh, he's going to be so big. It's churches and church from this church to this church. It's individualistic. Where in your house, you hear whispers from another world. Angels will begin to speak to you while you sleep. You wake up and angels are talking to you. You see, if I'm having a dream, I can wake up from a dream and then say to God, I want to continue the same dream. And I go back and start exactly where I left off the other one. If the whole night I was in a dream that was so exciting to my spirit, I can tell God in the morning, let's do it again tonight. And that night I'm on it again. I see somebody here by the Spirit of God. They will wonder what you're doing in your house. They will wonder what you're doing in your family. Something big is about to come. And it's falling on ordinary men in the pew, ordinary women in the pew. It is not men with names and women with names. It is for everybody. I was young from Masingozaka, and I heard the voice of God. You see, when passion is engaged, it births encounters. And once you have an encounter, you cannot be stopped. I don't care which church you belong to, say, ma'am, pastor, whatever church you belong, wherever you are, I decree and declare a revival, a personal revival that will cause fires and fires around your nation. You've never seen revival, because a lot of people think revival starts spiritually in the church. No, it starts with individuals. A heart changing, a heart shifting to a point where you see your wife and go like, you know, this is it. The one you gave me, this one. You see your husband and say, this is it. It's a revival. When revival comes, it will shock you with shocks. You will not understand why you are being forced in a corner to do things you don't even understand. It will put a demand on you that you will never be able to accomplish if there was no spirit. But most of you are not using the demands of the spirit, and they can come as a burden. You know, when I say burden, you just wake up with a burden to speak to the president and the parliament of your country. You don't know no one in that place. You have no access to anyone, but you just wake up that if I can talk to that man, hey, that's a revival taking place in your spirit. Something is already taking place. I decree and declare to somebody here, when passion is within you, you are pushed to greater heights. Nobody can challenge passion. Real passion. I'm talking about real passion. Some churches, we are not helping them in the revival that they're already in. Look at Pastor Chris Oyakilome. Let me tell you something. Do you know the pastors that listened to Pastor Chris just last year? I'm talking about last year. That were in the classroom. Listen, I'm talking about the class we were being taught by Pastor Chris. Pastors of other churches, 120 million in one class. What does it take for 120 million gadgets to tune into one man? Just a few months back, he is in his studio teaching. Do you understand this? 2 stadiums, different countries. No. The poster says Pastor Chris will be in the studio. You attend in the stadiums. When revival takes place, that thousands and millions tune in to a man who has not left his house. And everyone who is walking towards the stadium knows exactly that the man is not there. We are going to watch him on screen. As if that is not enough, the stadium has an overflow. In another country, they know he's not coming. Say, you can't even feel your 10-seater. And yet other men are rising with anger and with fire that they speak from a certain location and the whole world listens. So without revival, we remain stagnant. Nobody becomes anything. You just become shadows of your real selves. How does it work? Passion. And sometimes passion might look negative because it is experiencing your experience in this way that you can be so broke. But when you are broke, for you to develop a passion, you don't need to start blaming yourself. You need to get to a point where you say to yourself, I'm already rock bottom. There is no other place to go except up. Listen, if you're already down here, don't worry. You can't go deeper. It's now up. I speak to somebody here. Your time for rising is now. It takes craziness to follow this God we worship. In the book of Isaiah, he told Isaiah to be naked for 3 years. Put it up. You don't know what passion is. Passion will get you naked. In the year that Tatan came unto Ashdod, when Sargon the king of Assyria sent him and fought against Ashdod and took it. At the same time spake the Lord by Isaiah the son of Amoz, saying, go and remove your clothes from your loins. put off your shoe from thy foot. And he did so, walking naked and barefoot. And the Lord said, like as my servant Isaiah walked naked and barefoot 3 years for a sign and wonder upon Egypt and upon Ethiopia. You say you understand what a prophet is. God can give you confusing instructions. To Lot, he says, run away from the fire. Lot's wife, run away from the fire. You and your children, run. The fire is dangerous. If you turn and look at the fire, you will turn into pillars of salt. Yet in another verse, he says, and Abraham looked towards Sodom and Gomorrah and saw the fire, and he never turned into. No, you are not getting this. Then to Meshach, Shadrach, and that Abednego. You are not getting this. He said, get into the fire. The same God who said, don't get in the fire, he says, get in the fire. Daniel, don't kill the lion, just stand there. I will turn the lion into herbivores. The lions changed appetite because of a revival in one man. The reason why we can put you in the zoo and be eaten by a lion, you have no revival, sir. You have no revival. Lions can understand revival. Then to Samson, he said, kill the lion. What do I follow now? This is why God said to me, tell them an individual revival is coming. Where they can just see you in the street there. You're walking on the street, they say, how are you? You say, La Crusta Bra. You can't even answer using the La Kumenehesh Kabaka. You can't even answer using their own language. You are too inside, sir. You are inside, sir. You are too inside. I said you are too inside. You are in there. The reason you think the service is long is your love for Christ is short. In the last days, that great day of the feast, Jesus stood and cried, saying, if any man thirst, let him come unto me and drink. What is he talking about when he says, if any man is thirsty, let him come? A thirst, a hunger. What you people don't have, even in your marriage, you have no hunger to listen. I decree and declare, if you're under the influence of my voice, this revival will happen in your marriage, in your finances, in your church attendance, in soul winning, in your passion for Christ, in everything holy. It will spark a fire. You will see this is not just rumblings of a tramp which we picked up and pocketed. No, sir. These are words from God himself. And you're going to see we are following through with this. You're going to see us on the streets. We are going to be healing people on the streets. Prophesying to people on the streets. Wherever we are as the Good News Church, we will be there on the streets. We are taking our God to the people.
A Good News World with UEBERT Angel, provoking a reaction and always worth hearing.